What's up everyone, Andrew Bainey here with a weird camera angle. On today's video, I'm going to be demoing the Harley Benton 212 cab, which you can see right here. This one in particular is the G212, which features a Celestion Vintage 30 speaker, as well as a creamback speaker. Before we move on, I want to give a massive thank you to Harley Benton and Thomann for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in grabbing one of these cabs or most of the other gear that I'm using in this video, you can find all of that over on Thomann. I'm going to have links to all of this gear in the description and the pinned comment below, and with those links I get a little bit of affiliate kickback, so if you're looking to buy anything, go check out Thomann. I would really appreciate it. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you how this cab sounds both in a full demo mix and isolated by itself with a few different guitars in a few different tunings. This is actually my first time ever miking a cab, and I want to give a massive thank you to Glenn Fricker for providing this awesome guide, which you can find over there. It made this process a lot easier and a lot less intimidating since I've never done it before, and I think that I'm pretty happy with how the results sound, and I hope you like how it sounds too. For the guitar tone, I am using a Seymour Duncan 805 pedal going into a Rev G8 noise gate, and then into the Blackstar St. James 50-watt amp on top here, and finally, of course, into the Harley Benton G212 last but not least. With all of that being said, I am miking it up with an SM57 directly in the center of both speakers. For the full demo mix, I'm going to blend the different speaker combinations, but when I come back and do the guitar by itself, you're going to see on screen which speaker I'm using and all that good stuff. So with that being said, this is how the Harley Benton G212 sounds in a full demo mix.
My body is a cage.
Okay, now that you've heard how the cab sounds in a full demo mix, we're going to talk about the specs and features real quick. So one of the coolest features about this cab is the fact that it does have genuine Celestion speakers. This is a very popular speaker brand that I'm sure many of you are familiar with, and in this case it has one creamback and one V30. Creamback is on this side, Vintage 30 is on this side. This cab in particular is rated for 95 watts at 8 ohms. On the back of this cab there are 3 different pieces which you can either leave on like I did or take them off for a more open back cab sound. And last but not least, this cabinet is made out of 18mm Falcata core with Meranti back and plywood. I assume those are the wood species involved in the construction of this cab. There you go. And last but not least, I wanted to mention that the front of this cab is also very slightly angled, so the speakers are slightly facing up at you. If it's on the ground, that'll kind of help you hear it a little bit better. So with the specs and features of this cab out of the way, what I'm going to do next is show you how it sounds by itself with a few different guitars in a few different tunings. I'm going to be going to do drop D, drop A, and drop E on the Harley Benton 25th anniversary single cut, the Sterling by Music Man Majesty 7-string, and the Schecter John Brown Signature 8-string respectively. For all three guitars, the tone is going to be exactly the same. I'm not touching any of the dials on the pedals or the front of this amp. The only thing that I'm going to be doing is switching guitars and also switching which speaker is mic'd up, so you can hear the difference between the two sides of the cab per guitar. With that being said, this is how it sounds. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. This is my first time demoing a cab in this way, my first time micing a cab, so hopefully I did a good job. Obviously, since I'm in the basement of my house, I can't quite crank the amp super loud, but I think I got the point across, hopefully. Again, a big thank you to Glenn Fricker for providing that guide and helping me get on the way with miking a cab for the first time. Once again, big thank you to Harley Benton and Thomann for sponsoring this video. The link to this cab and a bunch of the other gear that I'm using in this video is going to be in the description and the pinned comment. And of course, last but not least, a big thank you to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this time. If you're interested in audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen wherever applicable, please go check out my Patreon page. That is also linked in the description below. Thank you for watching. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you next time.